Alright, fellas, back with probably the last video here. Let me throw some light on this. Just got to watch the last episode, episode 3 of the Chi-Town Showdown, whatever they're calling it. I don't know if you guys are aware too, which I found out through Mork, that you can actually get Discovery Plus, and Discovery Plus has it Monday morning. So like technically last night at 12 o'clock in the morning I could have got up and watched it, but I was a little paranoid and up at 4:30 this morning for the fact that and then we've got World of Wheels for the Chicago guys going on, and we'll have bikes up there in my shop at the World of Wheels. So we got some new apparel dropping. If you know the shop side of me, come pick up some swag, because that shit's super expensive now. Same thing, I'm actually going to Loco, the powder coater, right now to drop some parts off. He's gonna mad rush it for us. And just wanted to talk briefly about the episode. For the most part, other than in the beginning, it's like they did it on purpose. I don't know if production told them to do it or what, but you got Murder Nova and Martin fucking cracking at me. And I know Murder Nova. I know him for, a couple years now. Martin, I didn't know till that night. I mean, it wasn't bad, but they're fucking digging in it. They dig in pretty good in the first 5 minutes of the show, talking about me and fucking up this and fucking up that. And I go back to saying, just like I did in the other videos, it was completely, you're out of your element, you're out of, I'm fucking out second night, no sleep, and the second night actually went smoother, which technically this episode would be all of second night and, the ending. But, that first night and just the anxiety of all those people and nervousness and, the only really true fuck up on my part was just bringing the blower cars and the nitrous cars in different than the turbo car, and we do it different, and next time around it would be smooth. I ain't worried about it. Next time around I'll fucking chug Red Bull. I should have done that, but yeah, I was exhausted, beat, and I put it this way: I watched the end of the episode this morning, and I didn't even realize the ending of the race was in the morning, and it was daylight out. Like, that's how much I don't fucking remember any of it. I remembered who won. I just don't remember who he raced until same thing, watching it again. So, other than the beginning, them ragging on me, the episode, everything went smooth. Can't argue about it. By the time the beginning's gone and you're watching, the full 2 hours, you'll probably forget about it. And, you focus on more what you just watched. The good thing is what they all say at the end being, hey man, a lot of those guys had a fucking blast. And it was like the best time they've had in a long time, which that works for me. I still would I think Chuck made a comment or something about, Chicago didn't. We took the money, Chicago didn't. It was a hat race, so that's got nothing to do with Chicago versus Oklahoma. So when we do the Chicago versus Oklahoma, we do have our big tires there. I'll gladly admit to losing, and we'll take that chance. But if they do come up again and we do have a good lineup, I'm going to bring the guns blazing, I'll put it that way. And we'll figure out something. Maybe we'll do what we initially planned was one night. It was because originally I don't even remember if I said it or not in the other videos, but originally it was going to be a 4-night deal technically, which Chief said they had never done that before, because we were going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then like Monday was going to be a backup day just in case weather or whatever. But we were going to do a hat race the first 2 nights, and then Chicago versus Oklahoma the last night, in the beginning when we still had the regular cars that we were going to have. But you all know by now that all fell through. So we'll see what brings this summer. We probably, I don't know. I don't see any reason other than having to drive up here that they wouldn't want to come back, because in the end too, they're saying this is like one of the fastest roads they've ever been down, and it's asphalt. So, it's another plus for us. Main production guys from Chicago originally, that's got to be a plus for him. Gets to get out of Boo-Foo fucking Oklahoma and come back to his hometown. We gave them entertainment for sure, hence why they made 3 episodes. You know, all the feedback I'm seeing everywhere is, you know, I take the negativity, which is, you know, myself getting shit for doing what I did, but other than that, they're like, man, that's one of the best episodes ever, or, you know, run, or whatever you want to call it. And everything seems to be a positive, and people want to see this because everyone, including myself, is bored fucking watching them race each other, as it would be like that anywhere. So fucking make it a yearly thing. Come back up here. We'll do these hat races. We'll mix it up. And you know what? Heads up racing to me is boring. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Like, that just to me is like going to the track and being all legit. And, you know, if you jump, you lose. Like, that's just track shit. Like, it's like you might as well have a Christmas tree. If you're going to jump and lose, you lead before the light. The chase is the race stuff, the, you know, giving the hit, everything like that is what mixes it up on the street, and in reality does make it more entertaining. So, and I always go back to saying, you don't have to have the fastest car there. That's why we give spots. That's why we get tennis ball throws. And in the midst of this, I'm actually converting all of my old mini DVD tapes, or mini DV they call them. So you're going to see like a dump of probably 2 or 3 uploads of like 2-3 hour long videos of us just racing back in the day, raw, unedited. The only thing that sucks is we're all spoiled now because of HD, because of good cameras, watching some of this shit in the middle of the night, and all you see is taillights on each side, and it's pitch black. And like, same thing when the burnout comes, like, it's crazy like how shitty the quality is. One camera had night vision on it, so you could switch over back in the day, so at least you could get a better visual with night vision. But the newer one that we did get didn't have that when I started doing the later stuff. But yeah, you know, everything is advanced now. And sneak back over here. So like, the camera I'm working with right now is a very expensive setup, and it's got a very killer low light on it, so I could be in the middle of nowhere dark and this thing will still get light and you can see me. I mean, it's grainy, but you can see it good. So now I want to take this out and actually just try it on the race out here on one of the, you know, on one of the roads, because it is so dark, and see how clear it is. So that'll be pretty cool come once it warms up. But you know, you can stay tuned for that. And I'll tell most people, I don't remember half that shit either, like doing half of these races. So it's at like Doty, it's at 41, racing at the track, a lot of races out here. Fuck, man, it's like so much shit. And I just always recorded stuff back in the day. Me and Mike Hornbeck, Mike H. We would just always record and use bootleg software to upload the video and stuff like that. And it's crazy to see how, you know, far shit has come. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, not to get too far off topic. We'll see what it brings us in the future with these guys. And you know, we have my actual video that's all base cut right now, meaning he laid it out and I got to go through all the notes and everything like that, and we'll cut that into one of our episodes and, you know, make it somewhat nice in production. You know, quality is for as much as we can be with our budget that we had. You know, we don't have the crazy budget as Discovery. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. I mean, I got a semi sitting here in the left lane on the expressway. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Dumb motherfucker. So as far as the racing goes on tonight, some of the draws, it worked out perfect. You know, TV could not have asked for better people to draw other people for that scenario to make for good TV. And you'll see, I'm not going to give anything away. You know, they already show the clip of Larson and Lutz, like they drew each other, which was kind of funny. And if most people don't know, even Chief says it, that like those guys hate each other. So like I said, it just fucking worked out that they drew each other. And Chief drew, same thing. You know, you couldn't, you couldn't ask for better. And watch when Chief races of his opponent and what went down, because that is kind of shitty, in my opinion. So you guys can comment what you think on that and what went down. 1 second here. Let me know what you guys think on the whole race with Chief, and what inspired with Lutz, because when I saw that I was like, damn man, that's some shady ass shit. So you guys might get a kick out of that one. Going back to what I said, entertaining wise, like I said earlier, Heads Up is boring. Heads Up is track. If you jump, you lose before the light. All that is track racing to me, man. Like, straight up, it doesn't do it for me. You might as well just go to some track and race off a tree. Go bracket race, because that's what it feels like to me. That's not entertaining, and obviously it's showing, because people aren't interested in those guys racing each other over Heads Up. Same thing. They need different shit, and we bring it. The way we race is different. It's not like we just did this for the show. Like, we've always done it. This, like I said, I'm going back to these old videos, and I found the one video of Nick throwing the tennis ball and getting how many cars. Nick is the same one that threw it on the show. And then same thing, we were at Doty, which is, for people that don't know who Doty is, if you're from out of Chicago, that's like Southside Chicago, pretty hood out there. And it's funny that during the night you just get a bunch of white kids and people wanting a street race that just show up over there. But there's Nick over there offering a dude a tennis ball throw over there, and I'm like recording the whole time, and I don't remember any of this shit, which is ridiculous. So that was always entertaining, whether you had money on it or you didn't. Like, just being the underdog and having a chance, and getting spotted out, and you beat him, who cares? You made money on it. But if you're the other guy and you spot a car out and you beat him and he was 10 cars out, it just makes you look even that much better. You're like the badass. We've always done that stuff here. It still goes on. When the show did start, guys kind of started doing the Heads Up shit, and the hat race is kind of an involvement of that, meaning that that's the other downfall. Is back in the day, we would go into a park, like, first it was quarter miles. You watch all these old videos, and like, now I'm used to 8th mile, but you watch and like, man, they're still going. You're like, holy shit, that's a long time. But now cars have gotten so fast that you're safer doing a 8th mile than quarter. But the hat race evolved because that was the one downfall, is when you would go out, you would go down to a fucking parking lot, get there at 10 o'clock, and it was always a big thing out here was South Side versus North Side. So we had our nemesis, and that was the North Side guys, and we had some of the South Side nemesis guys, and you would argue for 4 or 5 hours for one race, and it would get to the point to where you argued so long that, and you stood out there so long that you would just want to see a race. So someone would give in, and it might not be the race that they wanted, but they just wanted a fucking race at that point because you sat there so long it wasted time. So the one good thing about hat racing, or AKA cash days, whichever you want to call it, is it weeded out all that bullshit. So you would race Heads Up, and you showed up, you put your bet in, and you just took that gamble that Joe Schmo with the 2,000 horsepower car might not make it down the street, and the guy that makes 700 horsepower and is consistent can go to A and B every time, wins it. Like, you don't know. Like, we've had underdog guys win it, and that's what I like to see. I wish a small tire car, the last small tire car that was in this race was that, I think his name was Joey, but I could be wrong. But the guy with the little Love, the Chevy Love with the big block. Like, I even told Chief prior, I said, I don't care who wins, whether it be Chicago, Kansas City, or Oklahoma. Whether it be Chicago, Kansas City, or Oklahoma, I said, I want a small tire to win, because that would be fucking epic if a small tire gets it. And, if we would have had a couple more like we wanted, I think we would have had a better chance with these small tire guys. So if they do come back up here, like legit, they're getting small tires automatically getting 4 in the hit. They're gonna get 4 in the hit no matter what, because every race was a blowout race, and that was, you know, that was still not entertaining. But like I said, those guys said that they should have got more after the race was over. You know, we want it to be a close race. We want 1 or 2 car wins, like the, you know, gap. That's what we want. We don't want fucking blowouts where the small tire guys just letting off. So we'll do that next time. I think they'll all be on board, you know, just because of the entertainment it brought, and, you know, the seat of your pants shit that it was doing. Like, there was some races you were like, holy shit. But like I said, if that guy with the love would have won, I don't care if he was from Oklahoma, you know, that would have been fucking badass to see a small tire win and work its way through and beat a big tire. So, but he ended up having same thing. You know, I completely came to the line. Well, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, just watch. Well, you know, I guess it doesn't matter, because at this point you guys watched the episode. So, but when he came to the line and it broke down, you know, that sucked, because that would have been an interesting run to see that guy keep going. So we'll see. I mean, for the most part, you guys have all been cool on here. I gave my story straight up. In reality, you all have to realize this is a TV show. It's not scripted, but it is scripted to the point where is if you watch their interviews, they've already shot all the stuff. So when they're talking, you got to realize when Martin's talking at the end, Martin is talking already knowing the outcome of what happened, because it just happened. So they got to make it look like he's talking, but he doesn't know. He just happens to, you know, say Martin's racing Lutz, and he goes, yeah, I got Lutz, you know, the Lutz is my next component, and this is going to be, he's going to be a real tough, you know, tough guy to win or beat, blah, blah, blah. It's not like he's just thinking of saying that. They've already done the race, so they're just pre-laying out the storyline, and that's how they do it over there. Is the shit fake? No, the racing is not fake. At least when it came to us, it's not fake. The arguments weren't fake. All that shit's for the most part real. Like I said, the only thing is when they shoot these episodes and someone's talking about something. So when Murder Nova was talking about me the whole time, that's after everything, so he has to go back. They'll say, okay, now talk about this race that just happened, and then they make it look like it's prior to the race and not in the beginning or after. So that's the only thing that's not, you know, real on that show. You know, it's not bad. You know, people say it's fake, but you got to realize, like I said, it's a TV show. It's their TV show. They got to be the superheroes. You know, there's got to be a superhero and I got to be a villain. So I guess we're the villains. That's how they made us look. But as I told Robin Robbins, that I remember hearing a story, or The Rock was on Howard Stern years and years ago, and he goes, you know what? He goes, I don't mind being the villain, because when I was the bad guy, I sold more t-shirts than when I was the good guy when he was on the WWE. And same thing with you, if you listen to Howard Stern, or you used to, because it's fucking horrible now. He said that 80 or 90% of his listeners were haters. That's how many people tune in when they hate on you. It's like the haters pay more attention to you. That's why my t-shirts on my bike side says, you know, dope shit brings hate quick, because you get all these jealous haters. But I get it. It's their show. They're going to be the superheroes, and we're going to be the bad guys, and so be it. And, you know, hopefully the next outcome is a better run, and, you know, we look a little better because we have bigger tires there, and, you know, we're good with that. But we can only wait and see, so we'll see what happens. But it was good. I think I'm done for till the next time they come out, of just making random internet videos of me fucking talking in my truck. But at least I changed a few of you guys' opinions on myself in Chicago, and that was the whole point of making these videos. You know, I was waiting in the beginning for fucking douchebag comments and you're a tool and all that shit, but for the most part, everyone's like, cool videos, glad you posted it, gives it a better description and back end of what's going on. And that was the whole point, just to tell you guys really what happens on these shows without bashing them, which, you know, kind of what we did. I think if you look back to a video I made years ago on this channel, I fucking driving and made I can't even, I'm not gonna even watch it. It's been that long, but I was ripping on all that shit pretty good. So you get older, I guess you get a little soft. That's what happens. But yeah, either way, I did my job, and that's to tell you guys what really happened and how it went down, and you know, not making anyone look bad. So it is what it is. And if you want, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, stay tuned for when we drop all these old videos. They're kind of unbearable to look at because the quality is shit, but you know, it's a fucking roll down memory lane. But then stay tuned for, if you like the fucking drama, you'll love when we drop this other video when we did the race on the road, because that was a brutal day. It was frickin' 90-something degrees out in the middle of the day. That was the dumbest idea I ever had, was to permit the road during the day in the middle of fucking July. And shit, we got there at 11 o'clock in the morning, and by 12 o'clock, everyone would look like they were beat to shit. Everyone was so hot because it was humid and 90-something and brutal. So yeah, there's a lot of yelling and screaming. You'll love that one. So hopefully I'll have that out in a month. So just hit that subscribe button. Till then, all right, peace.